Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Financial Freedom Edge. I want to make a kind of a different video than I normally make. I want to give you guys my perspective on sales, on convincing people to do what it is that you want them to do. Whether it be give you a raise, whether it be, sell their crappy house to you. Well, whatever it is, right? If you're trying to convince somebody of something, whatever it is, I want to give you my personal brand on what I think helps me be successful with what I do. And I've been in sales for a while. I think like my first sales gig was like when I was 21, 22, something like that. When I really got into to working, and I was, banging the phones at call centers. I've sold long distance. I've sold ads to real estate agents, Google ads, Yelp ads, all that stuff. I've done print media. I've convinced people to sell their house, right? So it's really simple. And the reason why I'm making this video, you guys, is I've been watching other videos of people because I always want to improve my craft, right? You always want to get better at the thing that you're good at, right? One book that I read, I believe, by Tim Ferriss, Tools of Titans, I believe, where he talks about do not, for the life of you, do not try to be average at everything. Don't do that. It won't work. You need to take the thing that you're good at, whatever it is that you excel at, and focus intensely on that. Like, let that be the one thing that you blow everybody else out of the water on, right? That you are just, I am the best at digital design. I'm the best at playing this game. I'm the best at fixing glasses. I'm the best at fixing cars. I'm the whatever. Be in the top 1% of whatever you're really good at. Use that, leverage that skill to make a lot of money, and then outsource everything else, right? So really awesome book. I recommend it. There's a lot of stuff there. It's a chunky book for sure. Tools of Titan. But anything Tim Ferriss, audio book, I'm sure you can get an executive summary of it. But anyways, so that was the main reason why I'm making this video, right? Is sales is kind of like my one skill. It's the only thing that I think I'm halfway decent at. So I just lean really hard into that, whether I like it or not, right? There's times where I hate picking up the phone. There's times where I hate driving around and knocking on people's doors, when it's raining outside and stuff, right? So it's not that I enjoy it. It's that I'm willing to do it, and a lot of people aren't. And then in combination with that I've practiced and studied and put in the hours to get somewhat good at it, right? So anyways, here is where I think you would do the best if you were trying to get into some type of sales, whatever it is, right? Whatever you're trying to convince the other person on the other side to do. And this is going to sound crazy, you guys. This is a technique, a strategy, a hack that I don't think enough people do. And it's called being authentic. Crazy. I know. Hear me out. Being authentic. Being real with people. Not necessarily having a script. Not necessarily sounding like a robot. If you were talking to your best friend or your mother or whoever about something that you are supremely confident in, right? Whatever your number one skill is, right? Let's say you're the best painter in the world and you can describe every type of hue of paint, the best strategies, the best pencils, the best crayons, the best watercolor, right? Like, you could just go on for hours and hours and hours talking about the one thing that you're really good at. Do you think if you looked at that stranger and you perceive them to be familiar with you, right? Maybe even your best friend, right? Do you think at any point in time that you would not be able to convince your best friend about something that you know so deeply rooted in your heart to be true? No. Zero hesitation, right? You wouldn't stumble. You wouldn't falter. You wouldn't question yourself. You wouldn't succumb to objections, right? Well, what if this? You'd already have the answer because you know it deep in your heart or in your soul that whatever it is, that you know it better than anybody else. And your job is to tell them what you know. And you know what? Look, I don't know everything, right? I could be wrong. But the most important thing is that you're authentic, right? Nobody wants to talk to a robot. Nobody wants, AI, whatever, right? Trust me, you guys go to Comcast or Xfinity, right? If that's your local internet provider, and you go through their teleprompter phone tree and tell me how badly you want to talk to a robot after you go through a phone tree at a huge multinational corporation. Tell me then. But really, people just want to talk to a person that they know, like, and trust. And the people that they know, like, and trust are people like them. They're their friends. They're their family. They're people that can relate really well. And yes, all these things are strategies, hacks, and tips. But the most important thing, you guys, is that you are honest, and that you're transparent, and that you are really just who you are. Like, for example, today I went up to a door, and this guy was, not happy to see me, obviously. And the first thing I said first thing I saw when I walked up there was this really unique light fixture. And I don't know I don't know anything about light fixtures, right? But it was very unique, and it had a fan, and it had like some tubing and stuff. And I was like, wow, that is the most unique front porch light I've ever seen. So the first thing I said to the guy, I didn't go into a script, I didn't go into a spiel or anything, right? I just said, hey man, I'm sure you hear this all the time, but that's the most unique front light porch I've ever seen in my life. And he said, what do you want? And that's all right, right? That was me trying to build rapport. But I mean, it really was. And I said it authentically and truthfully because it was authentic and truthful. And it was also complimenting, him or his property, right? Whoever chose that. Maybe it was his wife who picked that out, or his partner, or whatever, right? And I complimented their partner, and I didn't even know who did it, right? So being authentic and being real, I feel like, is the one thing that's really lacking nowadays. Everybody wants a tip and a trick and a hack and a strategy, and they want, there's this one guy that does a lot of sales trainings that I was listening to, Andy something or other, probably kills it, more wealthy than I'll ever be. So maybe go listen to him. But one of the things that, he said that they all say is, right, your words have to flow like water. And the only way for that to happen is you have to be confident. You have to believe in what you're saying. You have to understand it. You have to have it down in your soul, right? So if you pick the one thing that you're really, really good at and try to make money doing that, you probably will do really well, right? And I guarantee, like, look, you guys, I don't have any particular hobbies or passions or anything that, like, and I know this is weird. I probably sound like a robot, right? I don't really like to go play pool with the fellas after work. I don't have any particular things that I like to do. I just like to enjoy my freedom, and my ability to do what I want when I want and not have to do things I don't want, right? And to do that, I need money. So here I am, right? And sales is a great way to make money, honestly, if that's one of your goals. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video really quick for you guys. I just wanted to say that being authentic, one, is probably really good for yourself, but two, it'll make whatever you're talking about just so much more smoother. Your words will flow like water, like Andy will say, right? And you'll be confident, and you'll be comfortable. You won't sound like a robot. And I know and trust me, I jump into new roles all the time, selling new things, talking to people about new things, right? And I've obviously really, found my niche is real estate. But, you can put me on the phone selling anything to anybody, anywhere, anytime. And the first couple days or couple weeks, I'll probably sound like an idiot because I don't know what I'm talking about. But with repetition, with practice, you'll eventually get it. And that's the most important part, you guys, is that you have to keep doing the thing. You have to keep working on the thing. You have to keep getting better over time. And I am now here at the door that I need to knock, but I just wanted to make you guys this video. I don't really know how it relates to real estate. I don't know how it relates to your profession or whatever it is that you're doing, but I just hope it provides some value for you guys. If you're in a sales job or any job where you feel like you're not being authentic, it's hard. I'm sure it is. I've been there, trust me. I've done things that I did not want to do because I wanted money, and being authentic really is a level of freedom that I think we all want to achieve. But if you can find that, if you can find whatever it is, your thing, right? If you really love drinking Arizona green teas, and that's your thing, you love tea, try to bring that out into whatever it is you're doing. Try to relate to people. Be authentic. Share your authentic self and say, hey, I'm just a guy who really loves green tea. Right? You know what I mean? And just be who you are. I feel like life would be a lot better. Your profession will be a lot better, and you'll probably make more money doing that thing. Peace.